Good morning, everyone. This is Brian, the RationalInvestor.co, back with you again today for another Bitcoin summary video for YouTube audience. This is basically our daily higher time frame look at Bitcoin and how things are going in Bitcoin land. And unfortunately, we have to be the bearer of bad news this morning, but let's get to the charts and get you updated. Oh, and before we get started, as a special request, I was asked by someone to give a shout out today. So, who is it? It's Jamiv. I have to pronounce that right. Make sure I get that right. Jamiv, happy birthday. Way to go, buddy. Hope you have a great day. If you're short Bitcoin, then you can go out and have a big party tonight. Anyway, let's get to the charts. All right, so once upon a time, and let's start out on the bigger time frame, just because we like to make sure everybody has sort of a solid footing as to what they see here. This is awfully messy. Why don't we just start with a brand new chart for you here, just so you can see everything nice and clearly. And then we can refer back to our marked up chart. What's that say? Boosh. I mean, look at this price action in Huobi overnight. Kaboom. But anyway, we don't need to get onto that just yet. BTC USD. And let's go BTCE. And let's pull up our daily chart. All right. So, as you can see, here was our monster run up last fall. Here was our correction through the winter and the spring. Here was our beautiful little inverted head and shoulders buy signal coming out of 460 area. What I thought set up sort of the trade of the year, because really, this is the beginning of the year. All we've been doing is going down. We had this quick little pop up here. And this quick little pop-up here, this has been really the only sustained rally we've seen so far. And unfortunately, if we're big fans of higher time, what am I trying to say? If we're fans of market structure, then, all we're seeing is just lower highs and lower lows here. And lower highs and lower lows defines a bear market. Tisk, tisk, tisk. So, and we take a look at the Bitcoin quote board, and we can see that quite a bit of red all over the screen here this morning. We've got the Bitcoin Euro down a good 5%. Here's our, what is this? This is Bitfinex, 544, down 25. Here's our, is this stamp here? Anyway, long and short of all this is that's BTC. Okay, so that's our real-time chart there. Look at Litecoin. Litecoin just getting destroyed here. And the other day I made a comment that I figured you could see $5 on Litecoin. Now we're at 523. I mean, you can see this mess. It's just a nightmare for the bulls. And that $5 target, all I did was I just said, okay, what's there to there? And you remember we did this and we did it on the log scale, and it's just like, holy crap, where the heck is this thing going? This is linear, and that's projecting 4.25. So we hit here 475 today. We're still not even down the bottom, and look at this. We're still getting, look at this rising volume, just chung, 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 chung. People are panicking. There's blood in the streets. Ah! Long and short of it here is lots of bearish market structure was suggesting, look at this beautiful top up in here. Bang, 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 see ya. And then bang, 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 see ya. So look at this one. Bang, 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 see ya. We had a little bit of a bottom here in Litecoin over the late spring, and I took a long shot against that, but as soon as it hit here, I was like, I got to get the hell out of here. And that's what I did. So anyway, back to Bitcoin. So just looking at the clean price chart here, I think it should be pretty obvious, regardless of indicators, regardless of Fibonacci's. Let's get rid of that. What's going on here? There we go. All I see is just, we had this beautiful top right up in this resistance area, then another. This was the double top within a double top. Fantastic breakdown there. Then we just recently had a new little double top come in here, bang. And now, the sad part about it is on higher time frames, we're now getting this massive top, right? Bang. So, unfortunately, it sure looks to me like we got more cleaning up to do. Now, the good part about where we are right now, and I suppose we can go back to our marked up chart, is, we have, first and foremost, let's keep in mind that, this monster run up, if institutions were going to buy, where were they going to buy? 78.6 is down here at $300, and 61.8 is at 464. So not a big surprise anytime it sort of zipped down into that area. We sort of got rejected. Sad part about it is, we could very easily go right back down into this range here. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. And, that's sort of like the year, yearly picture, really big picture. And what I might do here is let's go like this, put on the full model. And just for this purposes, we'll get rid of the indicators. We'll go back to the indicators in a minute. All right, zip, zip, zip. So what I want to do here, I guess we'll just draw some simple fibs. There's Silk Road. There's Rally Peak, and of course these are just, I'm eyeballing these, not exact. What am I doing here? Is this right? Yeah, that's right. Remember we saw Litecoin. Litecoin's down in this area now off of its massive fib range. So sure hope we don't have to go down there, but anyway. So if we draw OTE, here's OTE right in here. Zoom, zoom. This is a log scale. Maybe we should just change it back to linear, not to confuse you guys. There we go. And then we'll put this as green for OTE, right? And then conversely, we go the other direction. And again, like I said, I'm just eyeballing these. It's not exact numbers. All right, so there sets up our trading range for the time being. So just to keep this nice and simple for you guys, I don't want to get too complicated right at the present. Not a big surprise. Hello, 38.2, first stop target. We ran into that like a brick wall, and it was 200 SMA, right? I mean, I suppose there's a trading plan in there. 338.2 plus 200 SMA tags equals sell. Anyway, that might be a little simple. So, this is sort of the late winter bottom. Where are we going to bounce back to? We had the bounce, so now let's see what it looks like here. So something like that again, just eyeballing, not exact. And look at what we got going on here. So not a big surprise. Hello, Mr. 38.2, 550, 541.90. It might be a couple bucks higher or lower. The exact numbers aren't exact here. So the point here is OTE here is down in this area. So we can make an argument, and I don't want to sound redundant, but basically it's fairly consistent message. Let's maybe change this to yellow. Yellow for 38.2s. All right. Off of the massive range, All right, boom, boom. This is where institutions are going to buy. Then just off of this spring, early summer range, boom, boom, this is where institutions are going to buy. So, you put it all together, sure seems to me like there's a high probability we're going down to 400 to 465, right? And there's good old Mr. Mountain Man's trade right there, 61.8. I was hoping, hope, that this 38.2 would hold. And if we had sort of reversed bullishly and headed higher, that would have bode very well going forward. That is not the case. We have now broken these lows. It will be very interesting to see if we can close this bar below this closing low and this closing low. This closing low is 560. Sitting at, where are we now? 542 right now. So it's got a lot of work to do to get back up there. My hunch is I doubt that's going to happen. We had sort of talked about this the other day, all these moving averages acting as major resistance to the upside. In the latest market structure, we had a double top come in here. And off of the lower time frames, like off of these, we had conjectured that maybe this was going to be a Gartley and we might see a turn here. And the interesting thing is that's through this battle here, and I'm just sort of giving you YouTubers a sneak peek at what we look at here on the intradays for the members. You can see it was one hell of a battle. I mean, they really put up a fight here. So, I think it's completely natural to see a fight against all of these lows. And unfortunately, the Bulls lost, right? And boom, down we go. So the Bulls did lose it. Had you taken this setup, and there was an OTE in here, and there was kill zones, yada, yada, yada. Had you taken this setup, for heaven's sakes, I sure hope you exercise some serious risk management and basically got out on a break of that 555 low, right? And that 555 key low is this low here. So now that that low has been broken, and that's these lows in here, we're just getting more bearish market structure. Now my hunch is 38.2 is usually a pretty good fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have some sort of counter trend rally coming out of this event, just because it's such an important number. And if we draw just a simple trend line off of these peaks, you can see that we could realistically rally right back up into this area here. And if we start, conjecturing about OTEs going the other direction, then really we can start focusing our attention on the OTE short off of this range, right? So that's right up into here. Isn't that interesting? Right, so trend line and OTE both line up very well right now. So considering that we just did the 38.2 tag, I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever to see a bit of a counter trend rally. I had also been talking about this peak to this low, and look how we're just right there right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a major battle area. Maybe this takes a few days to work its way out. We do have this big psychological number, the $500 sitting there right there. I mean, we may just crap out ching, 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 ching right down into OTE. But my hunch is they've got a whole bunch of longs on the run here. They probably tripped up a ton of stops through this low, 545.50. I think that's probably what started the cascade down. We hit a low here, 523, and now we're sitting 540 right now. Put it all together, and I hate to say it, but especially for something like the PAM service, which I'm really only taking long trade ideas, there's just nothing for a guy to do right now. I mean, you just got to hurry up and wait, right? It's painful. Going back to our sort of big chart here, and we remind ourselves what market structure looks like, bearish. Let's zoom that out a bit. And bullish. these V bottoms, right? Classic bearish action. M tops, classic bearish action. So let's start seeing some W's and some V tops, and then we can start, at least thinking about a bottom. The last thing I think I'll leave off for your video is the YouTubers, is this whole concept, and I was talking about it for quite a while. I sort of left the topic, and I think probably best that we ought to maybe re-examine this here. Can you see how if this is a massive inverted head and shoulders, right? This would be your neckline up here, something like that, right off of that trend line. Can you see how we have shoulder, head, shoulder, right, neckline? So my hunch is, again, that's OTE down into here, that this really needs to be our ultimate destination. Way down here, 400 and some odd dollars. So if we're lucky, maybe over the next few weeks, maybe into month end. Remember we said month end often acts as a pivot. If we're lucky, we get a nice counter trend rally back into OTE, get a nice double top. If you're a bear, then you want to see, like we said, we want to see this V bottom, so a spike straight back up here, and then another rolling M top, right, if you're bearish. And really, that's what I see here in the short term. So until we stop seeing that, I just have to sort of keep to our bearish sentiment. All right, well, that's basically today's Bitcoin summary. Sorry I couldn't be a bearer of better news. Hopefully, hope, keep our fingers crossed. We'll see a nice turn come in here at 38.2. But that in itself is not enough of a reason for me to get super bullish yet. At the very minimum, I got to see some sort of bottoming action here before I can start thinking about long again. And that's your Bitcoin summary. So shorts, way to go, you're kicking ass. I suppose our latest Gartley short setup there was just working wonderfully. Longs, big hurry up and do nothing if you're sitting in cash, which is the case for me. And those that are long, well, it's going to be a little more painful for you. You just got to sit and bear it out. This is probably a perfect testament to, what's your trading plan? What was your strategy? If you are long right now, what was your strategy when you got in? What are your uncle points? Has your risk level been identified prior to putting the trade on? All that kind of fun stuff. And of course, if you are interested in learning more about that, you're more than welcome to pop on over to our School for Bitcoin Trader Development. Actually, interesting today is a class day, and today is all about fibs and retracements and extensions. So if you want to learn more about how all these fibs work and extensions and why I find 38.2 so important, why OTEs are so important, then I highly encourage you to pop on into the school and put on your learning cap. Anyway, next program starts in October, so if you are interested, you better grab a spot because they're filling up pretty quick. I think more than half the class is already filled up now. So. Okay, everybody, I know in YouTube land, have yourselves a great day. Sorry I couldn't be the bearer of better news, but long and short of it here, this cleanup process off of this late spring, early summer rally is still underway. And those that are interested in being long, it's just a big hurry up and wait. Anyway, have yourselves a great day. Talk to you soon. All the best, and good luck in your trading. Bye for now.